Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today we're talking about a tank that I think is pretty underrated. Now this tank is the Chai-Ri. This is a quite interesting tank. It is a Japanese tier 7 medium tank with basically no armor, basically light tank armor on this tank. It's complete paper, but has a very good gun on this tank. This tank has a superb, very good gun here. Now the reason it's so good is because it is a 3-shell autoloader with a 1-second entry clip, and it only has a, where is it? It only has, where's the reload on this thing? It only has a 9.63 second magazine reload time. That means through all of your, your enter clip and your magazine reload clip time, you only have a little under like a 12-second reload, which is really good for a tank with 3 160 alpha shots. Now, it's got a very good clip, like I said, reloads super quick. You can burst out like 450 damage in the tank real quick. Has some good gun depression as well, 10 degrees of gun depression. Some, the pin's, fine. It's okay, nothing big, no big deal on that. And then the mobility here isn't really the best for having no armor, but it is still a medium tank, so it's not going to be, a super quick light tank. You would probably hope it would be a little faster because the tank does have no armor. But we're going to jump into a couple of replays here of the tank, and you'll get a feel for how this tank plays and stuff. So yeah, I think this tank is pretty underrated though, personally. I just think the gun on it is so good, is why. I mean, the gun is superb. I mean, you can clip out a nice, let's say your gun's tier 6s, in like 12 seconds, you can clip out a tier 6. They can get like 2 shots into you max. And that is really strong when you're facing those tier 6 medium tanks, or those TDs on, tier 6, or even tier 7 TDs. And when you are facing tier 8, it can struggle a little, I think, against some of the tier 8 tanks, but really it still isn't that bad when it is going up against those higher tier tanks. Now you're going to see right here, we are going to get some HEs into this SP1C here. Unfortunately, we mess up that one shot, so we only do about 432 damage onto the tank right there. But he is, I believe, with HE, he is a 1 clip currently, if I don't mess up any of the HEs. So I know that that guy is hopefully a 1 clip for me. So we get a nice max roll on this Skoda right there, and we are going to get in a nice 527 damage clip right there, as you can see. And the thing about that is I got that in 2 seconds. Like, that is really quick. And by the time, literally by the time I get around the corner, I'm already reloaded. I reload before I can even go around the corners, which that is what I think is so good about this tank's gun. Now, I kind of messed up that shot there. The auto aim messed up the first one, trying to aim to the SP1C down there, and then I did mess up that second shot, unfortunately. But as you can see right here, we're easily holding our own against 2 meds on the enemy team. Granted, one is a really paper light tank, and the other is a tier 6. Again, I messed up another shot right there, which was, again, completely my fault. But we are going to get another HE into this SP1C here, bringing our total damage up to just under 1,500. So this guy is going to try to run away, gets taken out by that VK right there on our team. And honestly, I would have had enough time to kill that guy as he went around that mound because my reload is so quick on this tank. So as you can see, the tank so far, we really haven't had anything challenge us. It's just been an easy sweep of a game, in my opinion. And even though I mess up a lot of shots this game, we still are able to finish off that SU right there. And I'm not sure what I was doing this game. I messed up a lot of shots in this battle, I noticed. I messed up a lot of shots. And I'm not sure why. I don't quite remember messing up that many shots. But here we are going to take out this Magnus on our enemy team. And we're going to only have around 1,600 damage this game. Honestly, I thought this game was more damage. I'm not sure why I saved this game. I thought it was more damage. But still, let's just say, there you go, a regular game in the Chai-Ri. A regular game for what you would have in the Chai-Ri right there. And let's go on to this second game here on Oasis Palms, which I believe is better, because that game back there, I'm not sure why I saved that, because I thought that was a much better game. But yeah, the Chai-Ri playstyle. Let's talk about the playstyle a little here. So the playstyle of the tank is, of course, you are a paper tank, great gun depression, great gun. You really want to be a peekaboo tank. You want to be able to take those, that one shot, poke out there, and give them back like 500 damage. That's kind of this is kind of one of those tanks. So you sometimes just have to agree, like, oh, I'll have to take this shot, but you'll slap back way harder on those tanks. Obviously, you don't want to pull out in front of a smasher, and let them, you know, HE your side, and then you know, slap them back for 500, because they're going to do twice that damage to you. But if it's any other medium tank, or even some heavies sometimes, if they shoot at you, you know, you're like, be okay, because you can just slap them back for more damage. So it's great at trading like that with the peekabooing, and then as well, it's good at just going around, you know, you let another tank go first. You know, not always going front lining is the best thing in this best idea in this tank, because of course it has such bad armor. So you let another medium go out in front of you, and then once the tank shoots at that medium tank, you are going to just unload your clip on them. But the thing about this clip is, like I said, it only takes 2 seconds, so you unload that clip so quickly. It's very nice. So this game was quite interesting here. We had literally the entire game, I mean, the entire enemy team is still in spawn. So yeah, I'm not sure what they were doing right there. And we're going to get a couple shots into that Tiger 1 right there. We do take another shell from someone over on that other side. But now we are going to be getting pushed by this Leo, who is going to get a shot into us here. And I'm sort of alone, but I sort of have help right here. So I, you know, don't want to take too much damage this game. And I somehow get 2 bounces keeping me alive. No clue how I got those bounces. Honestly, don't know how this tank bounced those 2 shots, because it does not have any armor at all. So this Leo is going to face off to the side, so we are going to bounce that and miss that shell. We are going to get that one in eventually, though. I really do have, I will say, the one problem with this tank is it's one of those tanks that bounces its shells a lot if you don't aim. Like, it just bounces them. You know, there's some tanks that bounce shells just way more than other tanks. Even if it's not really the pin, it just does. And this is kind of one of those tanks, it kind of just bounces randomly sometimes. So you do want to watch out for that, I will say that. But we're going to get some shots here into this VK. We are going to miss one, unfortunately, right there on that VK. And this KV2 is a one-shot. We want to try to get a kill on him. But we spot that there is a VK over here, so we are going to get a shot into him. And so we have about 1,600 damage currently in the tank. And there's only 2 enemies down on the enemy team. So we're going to go for another shot here. We pin that shot on the SU. We get another shot in, and we get the kill shot. So finally, the tank is hitting some shots right there. Big shots too, pretty important. We now have 2 kills and about 2,000 damage. So this VK right here is going to poke off. That shot goes in. That one kind of misses, unfortunately, but we do get that 3rd shot into the tank, bringing us up to 2,400 damage. So you can see right here, the tanks, it just pumps those shells out so quickly. That's what I think is so good about this tank, and I just think it's pretty decent, enjoyable tank to play. I mean, it's at tier 7, one of those tiers where the tank doesn't have to be super OP to be fun, and I think this is just a fun tank, just due to the fact that the clip is so much fun to shoot. I just think it's a pretty underrated tank, and yeah, it's a decent tank. I guess that's all I got to say. And we're going to finish off this VK45 up here now. Going to come around, get some shots into this guy. Unfortunately, this LTTB kind of blocks me, and so we aren't going to be able to pick up that kill on the guy. But we still get just under 2,800 damage. So yeah, not a bad game at all for the Chai Ri. Yeah, so that is the Chai Ri, everyone. 2 kills, 2,728 damage. And as well a 2nd class, which honestly, I don't know how that was a 2nd class. I figured that would be at least a 1st class right there, maybe even an ace in some things. Not an ace, yeah, at least a 1st class. But still, nevertheless, a decent game. So yeah, that is the Chai Ri, everyone. I think it's underrated. If you want to grind up the STB line, don't be afraid about the Chai Ri. Really, just the STA, I'm pretty sure, is really the only, like, horrific tank. The Type 61 isn't the best either, though. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.